At Melaleuca, we believe that wellness isn't just about feeling good. It's about living a better life every single day. Our mission? To help people all over the world enhance their lives by helping them reach their goal through our unique approach to total body wellness. Now, wellness starts with the choices we make, and that includes what we eat. But healthy eating doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or enjoying life's little indulgences. It's about balance. It's about finding ways to enjoy the food you love without the guilt. That's why we've created a line of healthy baking mixes that gives you all the goodness you want without compromising on flavor or taste. Whether you're craving a cozy treat, a lighter classic, or something totally new, we've got you covered. Are you ready to whip up some healthy and delicious food? So grab your whisk, preheat your oven, and let's get baking. One of my greatest passions, aside from Melaleuca of course, is cooking. What I love most about it is the endless possibilities it has. There's always something new to try, and there's always some creativity that you can unlock. I've never been one of those people to follow recipes though. Instead, I enjoy experimenting with flavors and textures, turning something simple into something extraordinary. Now today we're in this beautiful kitchen, and I'm excited to show you just how easy it is to take one of Melaleuca's Simply Fit baking mixes and transform it into something amazing. With just one product, you can create a whole range of delicious options that your whole family will love. But I cannot do this alone, so I've invited a special guest with me. Let's bring on Susan.
Woo! Yeah, I'm here,
Susan,
Patrick. Okay,
welcome to
yes.
Melaleuca Kitchen.
Right.
We are so excited to have you here today.
I'm excited to be here.
Where did you come here from? You've taken a long trip.
Yes, I have.
Where?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
That's right.
That's
case you
way
couldn't
down
tell.
south, right? I grew up in Europe, so that's way down south, right?
Yes.
I'm just joking. So down south, that's where all the good food comes from,
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
All of it.
So what food is the South famous for? What food is Mississippi famous
Oh,
for?
fried chicken.
Oh.
Let's see. Etouffee. That's more Louisiana, but
Okay.
that's close.
Okay. What's your favorite dish to make of all time?
Well, none of that, but
None
I like to bake.
Okay.
I do like to bake. I do know how to cook. It's just that I like to bake.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to bake?
Actually, pancakes.
Pancakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
What's
make them for my
special?
grandkids. Every time they're at the house, they want Susu's pancakes, and it's a secret recipe.
And I always say, we were talking before, and you won't give me that secret, right?
No.
No. It's special. Okay. Well, welcome, and we're excited to have you. We're actually going to use you today as a guinea pig.
I'm good.
Are you ready for that?
I'm your person.
Okay. Okay. Because what you're going to represent. Have you tried any of the baking mixes or any of the recipes we're going to try today before?
Absolutely not.
Nothing.
No.
Have we briefed you at all?
No.
Okay. So what she is going to represent, everybody, is she is going to be you. She's going to represent you. You just got your first bag of the Simply Fit baking mixes. You're taking them out of your wellness box, your Melaleuca box, and you're ready to go. And she's going to show you just how easy it is to do for the very first time. And we're going to show you some fun mixes and fun ways to play with flavor. And you're going to help us.
And I'm excited.
And you're excited. I'm excited.
And yes, I'm representing you because I know nothing.
We're going to have so much fun. All right, so let's talk about these amazing baking mixes. First of all, maybe we should tell them what we even have here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Susan, do you know what we have?
No.
Okay.
That's why you
We
should
keep
tell it.
saying that, don't we? Okay, so first thing, we have a Simply Fit pancake mix. We have 2 flavors of muffins. So we have our lemon blueberry and our banana.
Oh, I love that.
Amazing. And then we have a brownie mix. Now who can say healthy brownies? Yeah, right, they're gonna taste like dust or cardboard. Well, you're gonna be surprised. We're gonna get to that. But before we get to baking and get to talking about them, let's talk about some of the ingredients and what's special about these that makes them so good
Yeah, and healthy.
and healthy.
Okay.
Even better.
That's crazy.
Tastes good.
Yes.
Okay, so I had the awesome opportunity as we were working on these to see our R&D team work. Now, we gave them an incredible challenge when we went in to start developing these baking mixes, and that challenge was you need to make something healthy, you need to have it no added sugar, you need to have high protein, high fiber, no carbs or low carbs, and make it taste absolutely amazing, not like cardboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's easy. No
Yeah, it's
problem.
just Come on, let's go. Well, of course, they had to iterate and iterate and iterate. They really had to work, and they did a lot of jobs sourcing new ingredients and new options to really focus in on flavor and making sure these tasted absolutely incredible. And I can tell you, they knocked it out of the park.
Woo, let's get started.
Let's get started. So let's talk about this. So one of the things I love about this is how is it sweetened? I think that's something that comes up for a lot of people. Is it sweetened with cane sugar? Is it sweetened with sucralose? Is it sweetened with stevia? What is it that makes these sweet and indulgent? And one of the main sweeteners in this is actually allulose.
Okay.
Have you heard of allulose before?
No, I have not.
Okay. A lot of people haven't because it's not often used. It's an expensive sweetener. But the reason it's expensive is it's a rare form of sweetener. And what is amazing about it is it gives you the exact taste of sugar and about 70% of the sweetness of sugar. And so it doesn't have a lot of the bitter aftertaste that a lot of alternative sweeteners will have. And so,
like, is this new? Because I should have already heard about this.
yeah, well, it's fairly new on the market, but not a lot of people use it. But it's new to us, so this is the first time we're using it in this line of products.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
It's absolutely amazing. It's high protein, high fiber, low carbs, no sugar. All right, so in order to also get the gluten-free claim, we use different types of flour like lupin flour and coconut flour in order to get that texture and that flavor, but without the added carbs or the added gluten.
That's crazy.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's dive in. Which one do we want to start with? What do we want to start cooking with first?
Pancakes.
Pancakes? Let's start with pancakes. Let's go. All right, Susan, let's start with our pancake. Okay, so first question of the day before we start anything.
Don't make it hard.
Don't make it hard?
No,
That's not a question. I was going to start with a question, Susan.
I know, and don't make the question
Oh,
hard.
okay. Okay. Do you want to go modern with the electric mixer, or do you want to go old-fashioned with the bowl and whisk?
Old-fashioned with the bowl and whisk.
Old-fashioned bowl and whisk. So before we start, that'll be the first thing we get out of the drawer here, your tool, Susan.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so what we're going to do is right here on the back of the bag is the basic pancake mix. We're going to start with that, the recipes that you have. So you can see here.
We're doing the big one, right?
Yeah, I think we should do the big
For
one.
12,
Yeah,
okay.
make sure everybody sees it. So you can see on the back there's different sizes that you can make. You can make a 4 pancake recipe, an 8 pancake recipe, or 12 pancake recipe. So as Susan chose, we are going to do the 12 pancake recipe today. So do you want to be the mixer today?
Definitely.
You're going to do the
definitely.
work?
I'm
We're
going to
make you do the work.
You're going to do everything else.
Okay. So first thing we are going to do is we're going to preheat this griddle. We are going to turn it to 350 degrees.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll get that going. Then we'll start with the bowl. So I will do this part. Let me get a measuring cup. So for the 12 pancake recipe, it is 2 cups of the baking mix goes in the bowl. So I'm just gonna go straight in from the bag. I'm sure there's prettier, more elegant ways to do this, but we're just gonna do this like everybody else, right? For real. Okay.
Great job, Patrick.
Mix.
You're doing so good.
Yes. Okay, get that in. 2 cups.
2 cups.
All right, so 2 cups.
And then
I'm gonna set that down here. All right, what else do we have?
we have 3 eggs.
3 eggs, definitely the most expensive item on this table today, right?
Okay.
3 eggs.
Yes, if I were
right.
trying to show out, I'd do it with one hand, but since I'm not,
No need to show off
I'm
here.
very humble. No, I'm going to do it the old
That's
way.
perfect,
Just kinda-
perfect. While you're doing that, I'm gonna measure out the milk,
Okay.
okay? Hopefully without making a mess, because you're doing those eggs so beautifully.
Oh, you're doing a good job.
Yeah. So it's
I
one.
spoke too soon.
So it's 1 cup of milk for this 12 pancake recipe. I'm just getting it measured. I know people are going to give me a hard time because you probably should set it on a flat surface before measuring, but hey,
That could be
We're
a
just-
disaster, but
we're just going to
good.
go for it. Now,
Okay, good.
you can use any type of milk. You can
Okay.
also use water, almond milk,
Almond milk, yeah.
oat milk, any
Okay.
type of milk works. All right, we're just going to pour that in and then whisk away, Susan.
Okay. All right, this is the good part.
This is definitely the fast way to do this.
Oh, don't be sarcastic. But like,
Oh, it's okay. We're in the kitchen. Make a mess.
But like, you know, you don't have to wash all that stuff.
That's so true. That's so true. Makes it easy, and that's the whole point, right? Especially if you're a busy mom or dad and with a lot of kids, you want to just be able to whisk these up really fast, throw them on a griddle, and that's what's amazing about them. They're fast, they're easy. not complicated in any way.
This is really like easy.
Yeah,
to
look
mix.
how easy
really
it mixes.
is.
Perfect. All right,
Okay,
I'm gonna give you my little cheat, and you can judge me if you want.
I will.
But I'm slightly OCD, so I like having pancakes perfectly circle. It also helps. I have 3 young kids, and if you make one pancake bigger than the other, they lose their minds, and then you have a fight on your hands.
See, that's the difference between a parent and a grandparent.
Oh yeah.
Like I let them fight.
You let them.
Yeah, it's all
Maybe
free for
we
all.
should learn from
yes,
that.
that's good. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna put these are actually egg formers or egg molds, whatever you want to call them. I like using them because you get that perfect size pancake. Okay. So I'm gonna just let them go. You want to let them, if you are using a mold, let them heat up a little bit so this edges are warm and it's not just because otherwise they may stick. I'm also gonna use just an oil spray to. You can use anything that you want, but make sure you get, if you're using the molds, get the sides so that it doesn't stick to the sides when you're doing that.
Good job. I may have to go buy some of these.
They're amazing and they're perfectly circled pancakes. Okay, so hopefully this should be heated up. We're gonna let it heat up just a little bit more, just so because otherwise it takes forever to cook and then we're waiting, kind of like we were waiting on the hand whisking.
Yeah.
That will happen.
Don't get smart. Like, I'm doing the best that I can, Patrick.
So while we're waiting, Susan, who do you think in the U.S. eats the most pancakes? What area of the U.S.?
I did not know we were doing Trivia Pursuit, but I'm gonna say the South.
You're absolutely right. Did you know that the Southerners
Fried
account
chicken,
for
pancakes.
32.5% of the pancakes eaten in North America is in the South?
I did not know that.
It is. So,
now I do.
Susu's Pancakes may have a business opportunity.
I knew that is true. That is true.
It's true. Okay, so you're starting to feel it heated. Let's get these on the griddle. So do
And
you want me to pour?
No,
or you
yeah, I'm doing that.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
let you do that,
let's
'cause
take
I
this
didn't
out so I don't make a mess.
Okay.
And then what you want to do, just make sure you just want to fill these molds a little less than half full, depending on. Now these pancakes, because of the flours and the protein content, they will cook nice and thick. Now you can thin out this recipe if you want. You can put a little more milk, water, or whatever liquid you put into it, and that will thin it out.
Okay, question. Speaking
Yes.
of thinning it out or thickening it up, could you do this in a waffle iron?
You absolutely could.
Okay.
Just like if any of you have tried like GC Control waffles or
Yes,
anything like that, you
yes.
absolutely can use this in a waffle iron.
Okay.
I've actually done it a few times and it is fabulous.
Good deal.
All right, so let's let those cook. Just get them,
It's such a
shake
good
them in there a little bit, shake them in there, and then you just let them cook. Now,
Okay.
as the expert of pancake making, as you so proclaimed, how do you know when to flip them?
Well, when the little bubbles come to the top.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna wait for those bubbles to start to form.
Okay.
While we're doing that, let's talk pancakes just a little bit. One of the things I like to do is sometimes, if you're making pancakes a lot or you want to change it up, one of the things I love to do is add mix-ins to pancakes. And they don't have to be unhealthy mix-ins. You can keep the pancakes very healthy. And you can add extracts, you can add in fresh fruit, all cool little options to make them
Awesome.
more flavorful.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that just a little bit, but I think, let's see how we're doing.
I'm seeing
You
some
don't want
bubbles.
these to burn. Are you going to be the flipper or do you want me to be the flipper?
No, let's see.
I think these are looking good. Look at
Oh.
look at that beautiful circle.
Now I'm nervous because if I flip it, it's my bad. Like
It
if
is.
I
It's
just-
your fault if it goes wrong.
Okay.
It's on you.
Okay, I'm nervous.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, good. I did
Beautiful.
good. I did good.
Oh, I'm gonna reach over you there. Okay, you got it.
Oh.
Uh-oh. We put them too close together, didn't we?
Okay.
That's okay. I'll soothe him. Okay, I'm gonna do this side.
I'm
You
sorry.
fail. I'm gonna do it. Let me teach you.
It's really easy,
Don't
guys.
look. Don't look. Let me just. One little trick I learned. Somebody taught me is just to go fast.
Oh,
and it goes under.
okay.
And then flip.
Dang.
You go. The faster you go, it's kind of like pulling the
Look
tablecloth.
at you.
and then
you
you
want to
flip
say
it.
that while ago when you're being really nice.
I did.
I'm sorry.
I was judging.
Okay, you were right.
Okay.
I
All right.
didn't
So
know
let's
that.
let those cook. Again, they don't have to be beautiful. If you're really crazy, you can always put the molds back on, and then all of a
Okay,
sudden
well-
you have a perfect circle again, and pancake side
That one had a baby.
pieces.
Look. Oh! Sorry. Okay. Do
Okay.
you want to mold like? Is
Yeah.
that what
Let's
need to
mold it.
be?
Let's make them beautiful.
Okay. See, guys, anybody can do this.
Anybody can do this. So easy, so fast. It's time.
That's gonna be important. So
Let's
just
unmold these. Again. All right, let's pull a plate out of the drawer here, and let's plate them up.
okay. Are you gonna let me? Okay,
You
watch
do that.
this.
Oh,
Just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, never mind. No, I wasn't just saying. Okay.
beautifully.
Oh, this
Oh,
is.
look how you did.
Woohoo!
Look at that. Those are beautiful.
That's good. Okay,
If you want to see that on camera, look at that. Oh, and then the baby.
The baby.
Perfect. All right, why don't you try a little piece? Try the baby.
Okay. All right, I'll try.
See how it is. It's hot. How is it?
Dang. That's good.
It's
I mean,
good,
it's really good. No sugar.
No sugar.
That's amazing.
High protein, high fiber. Absolutely amazing, right?
It really is.
So incredible. See how easy that is? We made that in just a few minutes. Hardly any work needed, any skill needed. This is the first time you've ever made
no
it.
skill? I thought it was a lot of skill. That was a lot of skill.
That was absolutely, your whisking skill was incredible.
It was awesome. The flipping thing was a little
And this is your first time, right? First
very
time
first
making
time,
them.
very first time.
Easy to make. Let's talk about how to mix it up a little bit. Let's
Okay.
go into that in our next segment. We got this new setup here. What I want to talk about now is just how easy it is to take a simple recipe like we just made with the pancakes, but spice it up a little. One of the things I love to do is just play with basic bases, which is your basic pancake recipe, and add different flavors. What that does is it keeps it unique, it keeps it going, it keeps your kids happy, your family happy, and it makes you look like you're awesome in the kitchen without a lot of work.
Okay.
So there's a few tips I would have for that. One of the first things you can do, and the easiest things to do, are extracts. So you can take just natural extracts of fruits, or whether it be butter pecan, coconut, raspberry, strawberry, lemon, orange, or almond, any of those, and just add it to the mix. Usually about a tablespoon per mix of the extract does the job. Unless you're using like a mint or a peppermint, then use a little bit less. But what that does is it just gives it a little bit of flavor, spices it up just a bit.
Okay. All right.
Okay. You can also use mix-ins like any of these that you see here: pistachios, cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. Then you're not adding sugar, raspberries, blueberries. If you even wanted to make a savory pancake, everything bagel,
Oh.
bacon, anything.
Oh. So like little bacon crisps.
Yeah,
you could
little
put in
bacon
there.
crisps
That'd be
are
awesome. Okay.
amazing. There's so many things you can do. All you have to do is just get inventive and try things. So today we're going to try one thing, and this is actually my daughter's favorite recipe that I make with pancakes or waffles.
Okay, fun.
Okay?
Fun. Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do, and it's going to be a lemon poppy seed pancake. Have you ever had a lemon poppy seed muffin?
Yes. Yeah, I love them.
You love them?
So, yeah.
Okay, so let's try a lemon poppy seed pancake. Waste not, want not. Let's use the remaining batter that we made
Okay.
before. Again, same ingredients that you already made, same base. All you do is make that base.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to set this in front of you. This is the leftover batter from before. And what I'm going to do is I like to add, this is about a tablespoon of lemon extract.
Okay.
Okay, just pour that in. Now I love natural lemon flavor, so I like to always give it a little zest and a little energy, and I add about a little more than a tablespoon of actual lemon zest.
Okay.
We're not going to go through all the work of zesting this in front of you all today, but this is a freshly zested lemon that we pre-prepared.
Because that's what you do on a cooking show.
Exactly.
Like that.
And that's what we're on.
That's right.
Is that what we're on? Yes. Okay. So you want to use your whisking skills and whisk that up?
All right, let's do it.
All right. Just whisk that in. Make sure the extract is fully mixed in. It may thin out the batter just a little bit. That's totally fine.
Yeah, I can tell it is just a little bit.
Now, if you're someone who likes really strong flavors, obviously you can put the extract to flavor. You can zest to flavor, whatever you want. But then to make it poppy seed, we're just going to add some poppy seeds to this. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
So that's the amount. Just sprinkle, sprinkle.
yeah.
Okay. You sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't measure. I told you that at the beginning. I like to play and make it look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
think
it
that
does.
looks
It
pretty.
looks. It does.
And the poppy seed, a lot of people think, oh, poppy seeds don't have any flavor. What I love about poppy seeds, they add a little nuttiness to it. So you have this zestiness and then this nuttiness to it that's really beautiful from a flavor profile. Okay, I'm gonna get this griddle going again so it gets heated up. Same process. I'm gonna use our little cheat things again. Let's separate them out a little
let's
bit
put them
more.
out a little further apart, Patrick.
Because I remember you had a little trouble
it's just
flipping
a little.
those the last time. Just saying. So while we're waiting for that griddle to heat up, some of the recipes that we've tried, and one thing that we'll be offering to anyone who's on the Melaleuca website is we have a cookbook that will have all sorts of ideas
Okay.
to do with pancakes, and later you'll see the muffins and the brownies. We'll have tons of ideas that allow you to make amazing recipes that your family will just be like, what happened? That's so cool.
This is awesome.
All right, let's go a little fancy on these pancakes. Why don't we?
Okay, I'm
What
nervous.
if we made a whip to go on top of it? What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah.
So let's do that. Let's make a whipped cream that will go on
Okay.
top of the pancake. But let's make it healthy. We don't want to add sugar.
Okay.
We don't want to add any sort of things that are not. So we'll get fresh whole whipping cream.
All
And
right.
we'll just whip it up. Can we use the KitchenAid for this one, Susan?
You can. You definitely can.
I am not going to
Yeah,
be
you
sitting here
definitely
whipping.
can.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll get some cream going, and we'll talk about that in just a minute while
So
this
you
heats
would
up.
buy, I'm sorry, but you would buy heavy whipping cream?
Yeah, a heavy
Okay.
whipping cream is
All right.
what I'd use. So if you want to just put a cup of whipped cream into this KitchenAid, this is heavy whipping cream, no sugar, no sweetness added. Start that up. Start it on slow so it doesn't splash up, and then speed it up gradually so we get a nice whip going. And we'll get back to that in a minute. So let's get these pancakes cooking. Again, spray inside. Same thing, same game. Again, nothing different than what we did before. All we got to do, take this amazing flavor now, get them in there. And you can probably speed that up just a little bit now, just so we get that going faster. Crank it full. So what I love about whips are whipped cream is a topping that you can make. Again, no added sugar. Again, you got to watch the fat and calorie content, but it's a great way to add flavor to anything. So what I always do, if I'm making a lemon poppy seed, why not make a lemon whip? So let's add some zest to that. Now you can also, if you like it really lemony, you can add some fresh lemon juice or even some lemon extract to that whip, and it will give it a really zesty, nice flavor.
Got a little zest on the side over here.
Exactly. All right, let's see how these are going. How are we doing? You can smell the lemon, can't you
You
smell
really
it?
can.
Okay, we think we're too early? Oh, it's holding. It's holding.
Been good. I'm excited. They're
Do you
all.
want to try your flipping skills again? You got this? You got this?
I'm pretty nervous. Okay. Are we good? Like, should I flip?
You go. Beautiful. Oh,
Yes. Okay, I'm good.
look at that. Look at that.
Okay,
Absolutely
I'm
perfect. I'm
excited.
going to get out of your way.
Yeah, please move.
Let me get this. And beautiful.
I'm just-
That is perfection, Susan.
Okay, I'm good.
Again, it's all about presentation. Let's just make this look a little bit. If we're talking lemon poppy seeds, let's put some poppy seeds in the whip too, right? Have some fun. Oh, all right, I think we're getting there. Let's slow this down. How do we look?
Looks really good.
It looks good,
perfect,
doesn't it?
actually.
Okay, let's get these plated. Beautiful. Oh,
Yes.
beautiful. Those are, again, it's that simple, that easy. Just a little extract, a little zest, some poppy seed, and you have a lemon poppy seed pancake. Now, of course, what we want to do is open this up, and then,
Oh.
again, you can have some zest, you can have whatever you want. Again, if you like it super tangy, add some lemon juice to it as well.
But you need a spoon.
I think a spoon would be good just to,
Is that like against the law to do that?
no, there's no laws, no rules here. Okay, now that we've got this done, again, you're gonna have some zest in there, you want that. Just throw a little whipped cream. Now, if you're really fancy, you can put it in a nice little bag, but just throw some whipped cream on there, on top of your pancakes. Beautiful, right? And then you have pancakes, lemon poppy seed pancakes with lemon poppy seed whip. Beautiful addition. You can squeeze some fresh lemon juice, or even better, add some raspberry. Oh, beautiful.
I'm just
Look at
saying.
that.
I'm
Look
just
at that
saying.
presentation.
I'm telling
It's
you.
all about presentation.
That's right.
Right there, lemon poppy seed pancakes. And see how easy that was? It was literally just a few more minutes to make an amazing flavor, a new recipe. You can do that with absolutely any types of fruits, any types of mixing, anything you want. You can get so inventive in the kitchen, and it doesn't require a lot of extra work.
And we're gonna be able to get a cookbook that
And
has
yep.
some of this in here. Okay.
You
good.
will. We'll have a cookbook. We'll have we've done everything. We've done pancakes that have. We've done a poached pear pancake with fresh goat cheese. That's a recipe in there. It is to die for. It is
Oh my
so good.
goodness.
We even show you in the recipe how to make crepes. You said crepes were a
Yes,
big favorite
yes,
of yours, right?
yes.
Okay. So one of the other things that you can do. So now that we made that, I'm just going to put that in front here. Okay.
That is
So
so pretty.
everybody remembers.
Yes. What a
Another-
good job I did.
Another. It's all you, Susan.
I know
all
it
you.
It's all about me.
Well, another thing you can do, and that's really good, is you can actually do. You can either use a whipped cream or you can use a cream cheese. That's another option to get a really whip, and you can add flavor to that. One of my favorite things to do is to make a crepe, which is, again, thin out your batter with a little more milk and let it run into a larger circle. You can use, they make bigger molds like this that you can use to get a bigger round and get it a little flatter. But one of my favorite things to do is actually get the whipped cream and add Proflex protein powder to it.
Really?
Yes. So add Proflex to it, and then you have a protein whip that goes along with your high protein pancake. So a really high protein meal that is absolutely incredible. Again, in the whips you can add GC control if you're wanting to have that satiety and diet control part of it. Some people I've even heard added Fiber-Wise, and we've added all furnace Fiber-Wise. Again, then you have a fiber whip. It's amazing. One of my favorite things is to make a crepe with this mix, and then add a strawberry Proflex whip inside the crepe. Wrap it in, and then sprinkle fresh lemon and lemon juice on it. To die for.
Oh, that, I mean, like, okay, I'm ready to.
I think we need to try that. And all of that is going to be in the cookbook for everybody to try it. The cookbook is free. It'll be free to download on the webpage for the baking mixes, and you can try them all out. So many different variations. You can make so many different unique opportunities to have a healthy yet flavorful and delicious meal. And that's what we're all about.
Exactly. Ooh, okay.
Okay. All right. Do we think we need to move on to something else? What about muffins?
Muffins are good.
Muffins sound good to you?
Yeah,
let's try muffins. Let's get baking. Let's try some muffins. We'll see you back in just a minute. All right, Susan, we spent the whole morning cooking pancakes, but let's have a little brunch snack and let's make some muffins. How about that?
That sounds awesome to me.
All right, we're gonna have a test.
Okay.
Do you remember the flavors of muffins that we offer? And don't peek.
Banana.
Okay.
And blueberry lemon.
Perfect. You got it right. So banana and blueberry lemon, amazing flavors, all sweetened with allulose, with the gluten-free claims, high fiber, high protein, amazing ingredients, and they taste absolutely fantastic.
I can't wait.
Okay, so let's go into how to make them. Let's make blueberry lemon. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So blueberry lemon, here it is. We're gonna go through again. We're gonna start first by making the exact recipe on the back of the package. So we're gonna make what? Let's say 12 muffins.
Okay,
You wanna do
let's
12?
go for it. Let's
okay,
go
so
for it.
we're gonna go for the larger recipe and do 12 muffins, which takes 2 eggs, 2 cups of the mix, 1 cup of milk, and a ½ cup melted butter.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
This just occurred to me. How many muffins in this bag? Like, how many muffins can we make? Do you know?
So in this bag, you can actually see on the front. So here,
Oh, hello.
there's a little symbol, and it's actually on all the bags. This one makes 36 muffins.
Oh,
so
that's
again,
good.
it's a lot of baking mixes that you buy in the box. You'll just pour the whole box in. This makes multiple batches, so it'll last you quite a long time.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna make 12 muffins first. So open the bag. All right. We're back to the question. Do you want to use the mixer, or do you want to go hand mixing?
Oh, you decide.
Let's keep you working. Let's do
Okay.
the hand mix.
Okay. All right. I'm pretty good at that.
You're amazing. All right. So how many cups of the mix was it?
Oh, well, I have to look again because I do this when I cook all the time.
I know. I always have to go back.
We have 2 cups.
2 cups. So let's make 2 cups of this mix into the bowl here. That's 1 cup. Again, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but we're just gonna
I don't know what it would
do
be.
it this way. All right. That is 2 cups of the mix.
Okay.
Then what do we got? We have 2 eggs. Your egg breaking skills
2
were
eggs.
incredible.
I
so
think so too.
I think you
Pretty
should
proud
do
of
that.
myself.
Yes.
Pride goeth before a fall.
I'm gonna move this over here. Perfect. I can take that egg.
Okay. Oh, you're so good.
Put this to the side.
Okay.
Perfect. 2 eggs, and then what do we got? 1 cup milk. All right. 1 cup milk, and then a ½ cup melted butter. Can you pull the melted butter out of the microwave there for us?
You want to get it in the microwave? I could. Yeah. I'm sure I could.
I know, this fancy kitchen.
It
It is.
I'm sorry. I really go. Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay. So this is 1 cup of milk,
Okay.
and then we have a ½ cup in there of the melted butter.
Let me take that.
Let's take this lid off just to make it easy for everyone to see.
Well, this is looking good.
It is looking good. All right. I can take that from you.
Okay.
All right. Now you use your expert whipping skills.
Oh yeah. You just talk
Let's
while
mix it up.
I'm over here whipping all this up.
All right, and while you're talking, I'm going to pull out our muffin tin. Now, I'm not going to beleaguer and go through the process on the video, but you want to make sure you grease your muffin tin or use a little muffin paper. That will help to make sure they don't stick.
Okay, not gonna lie, this is a little bit harder to mix.
Yep, these are a little thicker, right?
Than the pancakes. But I'm still getting it. I'm exercising. This is my workout.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going.
So did you know, Susan?
Oh no.
Uh-oh. That National Muffin Day is February 20th.
I did
National
not know that.
Muffin
Did
Day.
not know that. But
Yep.
okay, good. We've missed it.
It is.
It's several months away now.
Now,
Okay, this is looking good.
that is looking beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
Now, what we'll do is we will just put them in again, you can say a pre-greased muffin tin, or add the papers in there. We'll just pull this over, and you'll want to do 12 of these. You want to fill them about what, half full?
I would think.
We'll say half full.
Yeah.
And again, we're gonna make a little mess here, right? That's okay.
Yeah.
Fill them about half full. Now it's important to note, Susan, so these are healthier muffins. They have the high protein, high fiber, so they're a little denser. So what you'll need to expect is these aren't gonna get that big dome that you typically see from a muffin once they cook. So don't be surprised by that. They still taste amazing, but they're not gonna have that normal muffin shape that you'd expect. So I don't want anybody making these for the first time and saying, oh, what did I do wrong? It's absolutely normal for these muffins for that to happen.
Okay.
And that's really just because they're a little bit denser because of that protein and that fiber content that's in them.
That's a good switch. That we can handle that. Should we start singing now about the Muffin Man?
Like, do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man. He lives on Drury Lane.
Is that where he lives?
Yeah,
Where is
he
that?
does. I don't know.
I don't know either. All right, so now we have our muffin tin filled.
That
It
looks
could be prettier, but we'll take
I don't
it,
know.
right?
That's
Right.
pretty good.
Okay. And then let's go put them in the oven.
Okay,
Put 'em in the
all
oven.
right, all
I'll
right.
let you do the honors.
Okay. You want to let me open another thing? I might know how to open it. I'm not sure. Okay,
All right,
here we
and then we'll get those cooking.
go. Okay.
All right. Okay, Susan, we made some amazing muffins. You did an amazing job today.
I know what you're
Look
going to
at
say.
these. What am I gonna
You
say?
cannot leave well enough alone.
What do you-
These muffins are pretty, just like they are, but no, you've got to come out with all this extra. You go ahead.
You always gotta do
Bougie
extra.
Patrick. Go ahead.
Well, let's first take these off. So, like we talked about a little bit before when we were baking them, is just so everybody knows what to expect. They're not going to get that perfect dome that traditional muffins get, and that's just because of the density of the overall batter. But they taste amazing. They are amazing. But let's talk a little bit about some unique things you can do with muffins, because obviously these are flavored, so you got to be careful about what flavors you add and anything else you do to them. They're not as basic of a base as your pancakes, but there's still some good things you can do with muffins to spice them up a bit.
Okay.
So, let's look at this. What looks interesting to you here?
Well, I love honey.
You love honey, okay?
And
So,
I love cinnamon. I don't know what's in here. I don't know what these are.
cinnamon, yeah, so we have, what do we have here? We have cinnamon, we have a pumpkin spice. So all of those you can do. So cinnamon, let's talk about cinnamon and honey. So you could actually, one of my favorite things to do, and this works for muffins, it can work for pancakes, it can even work with your Riverbend Ranch Black Label steak if you want.
Really?
Is to make a compound butter. Do you know what a compound butter
I do. I don't know how to make it.
Well, really, all it is, I'm sure there's a fancier way to make it, but all it is just ingredients mixed in a butter. Like you would a whipped cream or a cream cheese, you just mix ingredients in a butter to give it flavor.
Okay.
And so, using your honey and cinnamon, we could make a honey cinnamon compound butter and put that on the blueberry lemon muffin. Absolutely incredible. And all you need to do is soften a stick of butter, mix some honey in there, mix some cinnamon in there to flavor. Absolutely, you have a sweet cream butter with cinnamon in there. Now, obviously, the honey adds a little natural sugar, so you have to watch that and be careful with it. But it's a really nice addition to muffins. And you can do that with pretty much anything. Compound butters are, butter is such an amazing base. It has that salty, creamy texture to it, and then you can add flavors, extracts, spices. You can even make them savory if you want.
Now, what would you do to do that?
To make it savory?
Yeah.
One of my favorites is to do a black garlic and truffle oil butter.
Okay.
Now that
We
is
don't
best
have that
on
in
steak.
Mississippi. We don't use black oil. what'd you call it? Truffle butter?
Truffle oil.
Oh,
You can
truffle
buy that in
oil.
a grocery store.
Okay.
You don't have to buy the super expensive stuff, but that's actually better on your steak. But you can use it if you have muffins or anything like that. Absolutely beautiful flavors. Again, the goal here is just play around, have fun in your kitchen. That's the goal. Cooking, baking should be fun. Play with flavors. You're gonna mess it up sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna create something that's gross. That's okay. But it's just have fun with it. And these are just extracts, spices, fresh fruits. Even in the blueberry lemon mix to mix in the batter before you bake them, some fresh blueberries and lemon zest gives it a boost of flavor. Absolutely incredible.
Okay, you're making me broaden my horizons, Patrick.
That's the goal here, bro.
Okay, well,
Just think outside the box. And
I am
again,
trying to.
like the whips we made, you can also make a protein whip to go inside it. Make a little muffin sandwich with a protein whip, and it will be awesome.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, a muffin sandwich. Okay, that's new. Is that in the cookbook?
Yeah, absolutely. Our cookbook will actually have a whole section that has whips and compound butters and toppings that you can make that will go along with this. And again, if you want to make them healthy or you want to add extra protein, you can add the protein powders, you can add fiber-wise, you can add GC control, all to give it a little more added value to your body, added health. Again, we are the wellness company. It's all about wellness for you and your body. The healthier you are, the healthier you feel, the better life you're going to live.
All right.
Okay. So that's our muffins. Go out, have brunch, invite your friends over.
Have a muffin sandwich.
muffin.
That's right. Bacon, lettuce, and muffin. I don't know. Let's go for it.
I love it. Actually, savory muffins would be good too. I mean, if you're okay, it does have the lemon blueberry, but if you're okay with a little
See,
savory
I'm just not
mix-
brave, but I would eat it, like, because you fixed it, and I would say I trust you, but I would be nervous.
Now, would you fake and say it was good and it wasn't?
Probably not.
Good. That's good. All right. That's our muffins. Next up, we're gonna move to dessert stage.
Ooh,
And
yes.
we are gonna try the brownies. Now that's the best part. Dessert
Yes.
is always the best part of the meal. So we'll go there next. We'll see you in just a minute. All right, it is dessert time, Susan. Favorite time of the day?
Yes, it's my favorite time of the day.
Mine too.
Okay.
All right. We are gonna make our Simply Fit Simple Start brownie mix.
All right. Now, okay, my
Go.
question is, I learned from you, I can read on the front of the label.
Exactly.
It makes 3 pans. Okay,
So
3
pans.
of
So
brownies. Okay.
don't just dump the whole thing unless you're making a lot of pans of brownies.
Okay.
And so, like the other ones, this is one recipe that it has on the back. So, and then you can pick which size of pan you're going to use based off the recipe.
Okay.
So, what does this take? It takes, let's go through this. It takes 1 1/3 cup of the Simply Fit brownie mix.
All right.
It takes 2 eggs.
Yay.
You are the expert egg cracker.
I am.
And then we take 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Make sure the butter is fully melted. And then 1/4 cup water. Unlike the muffins or the pancakes, you want to make sure to use water for this,
Okay.
not milk.
All right.
Okay? All right, so should we make it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. Let's
go.
open up this bag and get into our drawer here. Let's get a 1/3 cup and a 1 cup. Here we go.
Oh, awesome.
All right. How about you do it this time?
Okay,
I always do this
I can
scooping.
do it. I can do it.
And I'll give you a break. I'll do the mixing this time.
Okay. I'm just digging deep down in here
Perfect.
because I want mine to be perfect.
So perfect.
Okay. There's
All right, that is 1 cup.
I'm gonna switch over to the third. I can do this.
1 1/3 cup.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Right.
All right. Now what do we do next?
We are going to add 2 eggs.
2 eggs. All right, you're the expert egg
Oh,
cracker.
that's right.
I'm going to give that to you.
Okay, good deal.
I will definitely get shell.
So far,
Beautiful.
so good.
So far,
Okay,
I'll
you're
take
the
that
egg
from you.
holder.
There
Okay.
we go.
Perfect.
All right.
Yay.
And now we have 6 tablespoons of melted butter. We've pre-melted that in the microwave
Yes,
here.
I can do this, guys.
There we go. Get the melted butter in. Beautiful.
And you.
Oh, nothing better
get
than
to
butter.
whisk.
And then I will add, we have to add the 1/4 cup water, which
That's
we
right.
pre-measured here in this bowl. So 1/4 cup water. Boom.
All right.
And you're making me do the work this time, right?
Exactly.
I'm gonna whisk, so let me get the whisk out. Now I would have chosen the kitchen eggs, but hey.
I will. I'm just saying. We're doing old
listen,
school.
We're doing old school. You gotta teach me your ways because
Well, that's
I'm
it.
making
You're
a
doing
mess.
it right now. You got to break the egg.
Making a mess.
No, you're not. You're doing it. You haven't spilled anything.
All right, so go around. Make sure you get all the powders off the side of the bowl.
Hmm?
Mix it in. Again, the
Good
whole
job.
goal of these
Good
mixes
job.
is to make it fast, right?
Okay, that's right.
That's
We've got the little bowl, the container over here.
now again, just a reminder.
Oh, that looks good.
This is smell that. Just smell that. There's nothing better than brownie batters.
That
So,
smells so good.
and again, no blood sugar spike, no insulin
That's
spike
crazy.
when you're using this. We actually did a taste test against some of the top brownies out there, like Ghirardelli, all of it, and these taste amazing against them.
I'm waiting to see what you're going to do to add to the top of the brownie, like for real.
Now we can do that. Now let's talk about that. So
No,
here,
let's don't.
this is the this is the basic brownie batter. But just like we did with the muffins, just like we did with the pancakes, you can add any sorts of extracts to this to give it a little bit of flavor. Obviously, something that mixes well with chocolates like peppermint, mint, raspberry, orange.
Ooh.
All amazing things that can be mixed in. We even have in our recipe book that you can download options where you can add in a pumpkin puree to give it a pumpkin flavor. You can add in fresh cherries to give it a cherry.
Oh, no, that would be good.
It's so good. One of my favorite things to do is actually add a little amaretto flavoring plus cherry, and then it's a cherry amaretto brownie. Amazing.
That would be good.
That's
That
so
would be
good. But let's keep going with the basic. Let me get our spatula out of here.
All right.
Do you want to do the honors and pour it into our baking dish here? So we've pre-greased this baking dish. You want to make sure you grease that baking dish so it's able to come out.
Are you ready with the spatula?
I'll just help you here.
Any little tips like, is this going to rise a lot? Is it going to...
No, it's going to be a lot more like, so there is that argument, okay, who likes the cake brownies or who likes the fudgy brownies? These are definitely more on the fudgy brownie, thick, dense side. So they're not going to rise a whole lot, but they will rise a little bit. Now, one thing to note, just because of some of the ingredients in there, we'll call that good.
Oh, I don't know, Patrick. You
Oh, I
left a
missed.
whole-
Oh man, I
left
did
a whole
not do
deal.
well.
Sorry, you just got to get the rest of that. Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Okay.
These will cook a little darker looking than other brownies that you may have made. So just prepare for that. They'll look a little darker when they come out of the oven. So again, make sure it's even across, so beautifully even across your pan.
That's good. Good.
Again, make sure, please, make sure you pre-grease your baking dish so that you're able to get the brownies out and they're not stuck in there. Okay, so you make sure you preheat your oven during this to 350 degrees, and then you put it in and let it cook.
All right.
Okay, so let's put this in the oven.
Go ahead.
You ready?
You
Let's
got
go. All right, in it goes. Preheat oven at 350, and then we
Good
wait.
job. Yay.
Okay. Hey Susan, now that we've made these brownies, I think it's time to try them.
Yay.
But
That's
listen,
my favorite part.
you can't have brownies. I think we have to get the true critics in order to try these. So I've invited two amazing young guests to try them along with you. You okay with
awesome.
that?
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll get all of your first reactions. So I'm going to invite Miss Lizzie and Miss Peyton out to set.
Awesome.
All right. Peyton, how old are you?
12,
12 years. And Lizzie, how old are you?
9.
9 years old. Okay. All right. So these are our new brownies, and we want you to try them and tell us what you think. Susan, you as well.
Okay.
Okay. So go for it. Here's some napkins for you, and I want to know what your thoughts are.
Sorry.
What are your expert thoughts?
They're good.
They're good?
Very good.
Lizzie?
They're really good.
Really good? Susan?
Awesome.
Okay.
Very good. Are you sure these are healthy?
They are healthy. And did you know they're sugar-free?
That's crazy.
No sugar in those.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy, huh? Look at this. Kid approved for sure. All right, that's a wrap on our Simply Fit, Simply Delicious baking show. Thank you all for joining us. And more importantly, thank you, Susan, for coming all the way from Mississippi to join us.
It was my pleasure. My pleasure. I loved it.
Absolutely. Well, this was the first time you tried any of this today. It's the first time you tried making it. Actually, the first time you've ever even heard of it, right?
Exactly.
So tell us, what are your thoughts?
It's amazing. I mean, that's an overused word, but it is amazing because it tastes so good. But to know that it's also healthy is just like an added blessing. So I'm looking forward to trying it all with all the different little tips you gave us, Patrick. I'm excited.
Well, it's so fun, and we're excited to hear all the feedback from all of you as you make your recipes and try new things in your home. These are all available right now on Melaleuca.com, and you can download our cookbook for free also on Melaleuca.com, and you can learn all the tips, tricks, look at whips, toppings, ingredients, everything to make yourself look absolutely incredible in the kitchen. So we're looking forward to seeing your recipes and engaging with you and hearing about your results. So we'll catch you next time. Thanks.